Hey, it's John McLauchlan. Welcome to another video. So if this is the first time you visited the channel, then hit the subscribe button, and if you get some value from this or any of the videos on this channel, then give us a thumbs up. Alright, so as you know, if you follow my channel, you'll know I talk a lot about different things that I do. I promote LiveGood, I promote HBA, I promote lots of different things. Today we're going to talk about marketing. I think it's really important to talk about marketing and the journey people take when it comes to building an online business. And I know from my stats, the kind of age group of all my subscribers on this channel, thank you for subscribing. And you'll probably remember 1981, okay, going back a lot of years. I was 9 or 10 at the time. And I used to knock around with a kid called Graham when I was at school, and you know, around 1981, me and Graham used to go out and do all sorts, play in the woods, and you know, and Graham was completely fearless. And I don't know if you've ever, everyone I think remembers a friend who was completely fearless, who talked back to adults, who, you know, jumped out the tree, who climbed the biggest trees and all that sort of thing. This was Graham, and one particular day, I think it was a Friday, and he said, look, me and my dad are going swimming, do you want to come with me? And where I live in the UK, in Grimsby, and anybody watching this will know Scather Baths. All right, Scather was a village which now incorporates Grimsby, but this particular swim baths was called Scather Baths, and it was a typical Olympic-sized swimming pool. In fact, one of those things where you think it was less than Olympic size, but it had 3 diving boards. And on the way down to the Scather Baths, on the way down to the swim baths, Graham's saying, oh, I'm going to jump off the top board. I've done it loads of times, it's really good. And I'm going, yeah, great. Okay, and I'd never done it before. And so, you know, we got in the baths, we got changed, he ran out. And I remember seeing these diving boards. And if you know anything about swimming or particularly, it's always the same. You get the small board at the bottom, you get the medium board, both kind of spring boards, and then the big solid platform at the top, or near the ceiling. And Graham's running towards these boards, and he wants to go to the top, and he's climbing the stairs to the top. And I'm looking at it from the bottom, looking up, going, yeah, that's all right. I'll jump off that. Looks quite good. Looks quite good fun. So Graham goes to the top. I follow him. He gets to the top of the platform, and he just runs. Literally, he just runs from one side of the steps all the way to the edge of the platform, kind of gives some sort of a yell like Tarzan at the time, and he hits the water. And I'm looking down, and as he comes up, he goes, yeah, come on, it's great, you'll enjoy it. And I looked over the edge of this top board, and all I could see was the water, and then I could see the bottom of the pool, and it looked like I was going to jump off a skyscraper. And my brain went, no, you ain't doing that. And there were people came up behind me, and they said, you're going to jump off? And they go, no, you go. I'm okay, hold on to the rail. And they jumped off, and kind of 10 minutes passed, and 15 minutes went by, and I was up there literally an hour looking over this edge. And what kept me up there was I wasn't going to go down the steps. I wasn't going to be shamed by copping out. That wasn't me. I was going to jump off this thing. And as the hour went, I remember looking up, and everybody in the pool, and everybody, we had like quite big spectator area, so it was all seats in there, all kind of, it went up like that. And they were all going, go on, jump, all encouraging me to jump. And I just took one look, and I went, well, it's now or never, so you've got to go. And I jumped. And I always remember kind of thinking, I'm going quite fast, and I remember the wind as I'm going through the air, and I can remember my face kind of doing this, okay? And then I hit the water. And as I hit the water, this massive adrenaline rush hit my body. It was incredible, absolutely incredible. And I remember kicking to get to the surface, and as I broke the surface and kind of the water came out my ears, all I could hear was people clapping and applauding, and going, yay, well done. Okay, even the lifeguards are taking their eye off what they were doing. They were kind of looking and seeing what I was doing. And you know what I did? Filled with all that adrenaline, I went back up the stairs and I jumped off top board, and I went back up the stairs and I jumped off top, and that's what I did for the remainder of the time. I was like one of those crazy Labrador puppies, okay, that sees the pool for the first time, and they're just in and out, in and out, in and out, and that's what I did. And it was fantastic. And it's really weird because, what I was at 9 or 10 at the time, so crikey, what was that, 40 years ago, where that memory is ingrained. Almost, I can remember it to the day. I can remember so many details, and looking out and seeing all the people, trying to encourage me to jump in. And this is what I see when it comes to people who start marketing and people who start online businesses. They're the person that I was looking over that top board going, I'm not going any further than this. And this sometimes can happen with video. And, I love video. I love doing video, and I just do it. And well, I say I love video. I'll tell you what, sometimes I'll do video and I think, I've got to do another video, and not quite in the frame of mind today, and maybe I'm feeling a bit tired or whatever. And sometimes the videos are really good, and sometimes the videos are really bad, and I'm never really satisfied with them. But you just get them out there. You just get them out there and do them. But there's so many people looking over the edge going, I know I need to go over the edge, but what happens if I hit the water and never come up? What happens if, and we all know that it's just a case of doing a video. It's not going to kill you, okay? But the brain doesn't know that, okay? Because you're putting yourself outside of that comfort zone. And this is what happens, and it's really strange. And, I've seen successful people in professional situations who rant and rave and think it's fantastic that they've made the first dollar online, And let me tell you, it's a little bit like hitting that water and getting that rush of adrenaline and going, yeah, I can do this. This is fantastic. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. Let me do another video. Let me do it again, And, you're not going to get that rush of adrenaline straight away. It's going to be a case of, okay, I did a video, fantastic. And then you see what happens. And what happens is the adrenaline comes when you start to get those results. And I always remember years ago, it was about 2008, and I was promoting something called Content Buzz, and it was all about syndicating your videos all over the internet. And I remember logging in and saying, you've got a commission, and it was like $30, and it was a recurring monthly thing. And that feeling was absolutely incredible, to know that you did a video and somebody looked at the video, looked at your link, and took action and came on board as a lead and a customer. And that then kind of draws the whole circle of this is something I can do. And that's really where a lot of people want to be, okay, looking over the edge. I talk about the amount of hours that I work, and I love what I do. My satisfaction in building the business, number one, obviously, you've got to make money. Okay, that stands to reason. You've got to build a brand. But the satisfaction I get from the businesses that I do online is seeing other people come in, to teach them how to climb the ladder, to go to the edge, and then encourage them to jump off. Okay, because I'm not the person who's helping you push off. I'm the person in the audience clapping, going, bloody well done, let's do it again. And that's really why I kind of work so many hours. And one of the things about marketing is this: you don't just promote one thing. Okay, marketing is just a principle. Once you understand the principle of how to market online, and you do videos and you attract your audience, you market many different things that complement each other and helps your audience to achieve what they want to achieve. So one of the things that you'll find when you start marketing is let's say, I talk about LiveGood a lot, and the reason I talk about LiveGood is because it's one of the best business models I've seen for a long, long time. And it's in a business model I never thought I would get back involved with. You know, network marketing, crikey, network marketing, I was introduced to that in 1989, and I was never really enamored with the process, you know, trying to ring people up on the phone. This was obviously before the internet, and coming up with scripts and trying to, you know, get people on board, and it didn't really work. You know, I built it for a few years, and I did it alongside what I was doing. At the time I was a police officer, and I was doing it alongside my police job, but it never really gelled, because I just didn't come across as me, you know, because you've got this kind of contrasting of me being a police officer and then me saying, oh, by the way, I can help you in business. It was like, really? Can you? You know? And one of the big takeaways I always find about doing video is just, first of all, just do it. Okay, this finger, okay, is really powerful, and I'll explain why, because I think I have to quite quick, is that you can do that, okay, and press record and start talking. Okay, and look at the way we've got, you know, shorts, the ability to do shorts is incredible. You can do, you know, 7 seconds, 10-second video of just going, yeah, have a look at this, you know, your website, and that's it. Okay, people will respond to that. Okay, if you give them, obviously you've got to give them some value, you know, give them some training, you know, give them the things that they're looking for, give them the answers to their questions, but, you know, that is what is possible right now. And the big thing I find with a lot of people who are starting is that they think they need to be successful before other people will take them seriously. And that is so wrong. It's such a misconception. And you remember, you know, I don't know if you remember going back to maybe 2008, 2010, where people would do a video, you know, outside a big house or next to a posh car or something. And it doesn't matter. You know, what happens when your transparency comes through and you go, oh yeah, actually, you know, I've just got a little mini Metro, okay, as a car. You know, my car isn't that Aventador. I just, you know, borrowed it. It just kind of discredits you, and you don't need to do that. And the more you are yourself when it comes to video, the more genuine people will see you. Okay, and we've got, I call them levels. So you've got to think about the levels of where you are right now, and your verbal message, what you actually say, has got to be on the same level as where you are, and then your non-verbal communication will also be on the same level, because people can read. Okay, not consciously, but subconsciously they read people when it comes to video, and people will know really quick within the first few seconds, is that person genuine or not? Okay, and the subconscious will tell you. And I've done, you know, lots of feedback from lots of different people, and, you know, non-verbal communication is everything, and you can't control it. You can't control non-verbals. Okay, you look at politicians. Okay, they get you know, called out all the time, you know, for saying one thing and actually meaning something else. Okay, because the non-verbal shows it, and we just got to be the same. So, you know, how do you control your emotions? First of all, you can't. How do you control your message? You can't. Okay, just be yourself, and that's the best way to be on video. And I tell you something that really is a difficult barrier to get over. Once again, looking over the edge of that diving board or that platform on at Scather Baths, is a lot of people don't like themselves for what they are, for who they are, for what they sound like. And the first time you do a video, and you'll download the video and you'll watch yourself back, it'll be probably one of the most painful things you can do, because you'll say, do I look like that? Do I sound, is that my accent? Is that really my accent? I never thought I sounded like that. I thought I sounded a bit posher than that. Sound like some northern bloke. It's me, by the way. You know, and if you get over those hurts, habits and hang-ups that everyone has about their own perceptions of themselves, then that is the biggest thing. Because most people think, and I've said this before, you know, if you can get over what people think of you, if you don't care about what people think of you, then as long as your message is genuine and authentic, then it doesn't really matter. Okay, as long as you're in the marketing field and you're promoting something that works and helps people, then fantastic. But the biggest barrier I see is getting over yourself. Okay, so if you can do that, and it takes work, it just takes that first jump, okay, and it's scary. And when you're going down, okay, I remember going off that top board thinking, man, it's getting pretty fast, okay, and I could, it's like when you jump off top board and you can feel the wind and your face goes like this and you can hear it in your ears. It's really weird, and then suddenly, boom, it's over. It's like, wow, it's fantastic, Let me give you some real quick tips when it comes to doing video. First of all, just hit record, okay? And the second thing is just have some notes. It's always good to have some notes, maybe little pointers, but don't write out scripts. This is what I did this many years ago, writing out scripts, and now all I do now, I don't even write any notes, I just talk. I have a bit of an idea of what I want to talk about, and that's it, I just talk. And sometimes the conversation with you guys, the camera, meanders and it comes back, and that's the way I like to do it. But never have a script, because it takes you away from your thought process. So if I'm looking at a script, first of all, I'm going to be looking off to the side. Hello, welcome to the video, and I'm doing this all the time. It doesn't really work, okay, because people draw their own conclusions as to why you're not looking at them right in the camera and looking off to the side. Do I not know what I'm talking about? Okay, am I being prompted by somebody else? What can I not see? And it adds a tiny little layer to the transparency that we need when we're doing video. Okay, and the same thing goes for autocue. You can always tell when somebody is talking from an autocue, and even though the software is getting better, so you don't sort of get this hello, welcome. People aren't doing that with their eyes, but the delivery is different, because the delivery is coming from a different part of the brain. It's not coming from the brain out to you. Okay, the information is coming from there into the eye, processed, and come back. And that delay people can tell subconsciously what's happening. And let me tell you, when you get into a process and a routine of marketing, of doing videos and being consistent, that's when things change. And somebody said the other day, there is no secret to marketing. There's no mad secret. The gurus will tell you the secret is buying their course and their expensive products. Okay, but the secret is just being consistent over an extended period of time. So if you're just consistent, and one of the things that I struggle with sometimes is the consistency, because in terms of where the brain is, I'm not logical whatsoever. I really struggle with tech, even though nobody believes me, and yet I'm really good creatively. Us creatives are like, we go, yeah, look at this, and yeah, look at that, yeah, look at this, and hey, I've got all this great stuff going on. And really what we need to be a little bit logical and a little bit creative at the same time. Okay, so have a look. This is one of the reasons why I promote LiveGood, because it is the easiest thing to get involved in. And then what I do is I support people to build their LiveGood business and other businesses that they do. Okay, and right now, with LiveGood, 700,000 people have come on board as paying members. Many thousands of people are getting brand new paychecks every week, and I offer so much training. I'm recording this on a Monday. Monday evening is when I do my mastermind session, my live mastermind session for my LiveGood people, for the team members, and then I open that up on a Wednesday when we talk about traffic and funnels and conversions. So essentially, if you can understand how to do videos and how to then put that together in a sales funnel, or what we call a customer acquisition process, then you can do anything, and you can sell anything. From marketing to courses to dog food, if that's what you want to do. Okay, because the principle is always the same. All right. Anyway, so there'll be a link at the bottom of this video in the usual way. I'll probably add the LiveGood link, because let me tell you, the easiest thing to convert right now is LiveGood. And somebody said to me a while ago, and it was pretty harsh, but they said, if you can't convert somebody with LiveGood, then you won't be able to promote anything. You won't be able to convert anything. It's pretty harsh, I thought, but the numbers, the numbers speak for themselves, and it was right, absolutely right when it comes to that. Okay, so if you're looking at LiveGood, maybe you're already involved in LiveGood and you want some help with your marketing, or maybe you're involved with anything else and you want some help with your marketing, reach out to me. I can help. And if you're doing some research in relation to LiveGood, and a lot of people are going out there and thinking, well, okay, this looks good, but if I get involved, is there somebody there who is going to help me and teach me what I need to make it successful? And yes, there is, because I put so many different resources together. So if that's you, go to the link in the description. It'll be the first link in the description. Have a look at that, and we can get you sorted and get you moving. And right now, let me tell you, we're just about to go into Q4 when it's a busy time. We've had the summer where everything kind of slows down. In fact, the summer actually, it slows down, it stops, and it sometimes goes backwards. And when you're brand new and your business starts going backwards, you panic. What's happened? Have I done something wrong? Is it me? Is it my upline? Is it the business? Is it about to fail? And it's not. It's just it's seasonal, and that's the way things go. It's always been that way. Okay, so right now is the time to pull the trigger, get going, get the help you need, and let's make 2023 and into 2024 a successful one, because that's what we want. Okay, so if you're stood right now on the top board panicking about jumping off, let me tell you, I absolutely understand where you are, and I understand what you need to do, and the things that we have together with the training, what you need to do, and how I can help to make that transition from the top board to the bottom as painless as possible. All right, I'm John McLauchlan. We'll talk soon. Bye for now.